Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. How are we this morning? No, afternoon. We're in the afternoon. See, I get myself confused here. How's it going? Oh, how weird. It's giving me like my old chat from last week. Let's see if I refresh here. Let's see. Still giving old chat. So let me know you guys if you can see me, if you can hear me. Hopefully it starts catching up here, but otherwise I might have to, I don't know what I'd have to do. Just like yeah, we'll just hang out here for a second and then I'll turn on the chat over here. I can still see it on Facebook. Oh my God. On YouTube over here. So I've still got you guys. Let's see who's here. We've got Blair and Maya. Hello, hello. And Lisa and Lana Banana is here. And Winsome is in the house. And we've got Andy. Hi, Andy. How's it going, girl? Good to see you. Michelle, you caught alive. Good job. Good job. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you, hon. And Callie girl is in the house. Oh, good. Everybody can see and hear me. Excellent. Video check, sound check. Excellent. All good things. All good things. All right, now let me open it over here and see what happens. It's still like stuck on the old chat. Oh, well. Well, we'll just not use that one then. It's just so weird. I don't know. Ecamm, what can you do? So you guys may notice that with the emojis, so last Thursday when I came on live, we hit what it was telling me we needed a certain amount of members and we would get our next emoji. And then when I go in today to put in said emoji, it says we need 8 more to get the next emoji. And I'm like, what? Why does it keep changing? But what I did, at least temporarily, since it did not unlock a new space, is that yes, Andy found it. I put Merlin in. That was the winner of the poll. And I just took out, because I don't think it's used as often, I took out the tired frizzy. I was debating between doing like the LOL or the LMFAO, kind of a, oh my gosh, he's crazy laughing. But I feel like you guys use those ones. So for now, this way Murley's got his, he's represented here, although he's not in here. So you might not see him today. Unless I hear a pawing at the door, then I'll let him in and we'll see what happens. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh, Winsome's asking Sarah if she does lives anymore. At first, I thought you were asking me. I'm like, I'm live right now, honey. Hello, I'm here. So if you guys notice, I'm very vibrant today. This I call my Rosie Maple Moth outfit I found at Goodwill. I mean, right? Look at that. Oh, it's my Rosie Maple Moth outfit. It's my vibrant one. Make your eyes go, yes, Frizzy's here. Oh my gosh. I know. Honestly, so that's funny, Lisa, that you said that. So with Merlin, I actually had to cut the wizard's hat because if I keep the full wizard's hat in, he's so tiny. So I kind of zoomed in on his face a little bit more so you could actually see him. It's kind of random, but I know they don't make those emojis very large. So what's everybody doing today? How are you guys doing? What are you working on? Let me know. Margaret's in the house and Heidi is here. Hi, Heidi. Good to see you. Really want to do them, but I have been really busy. Sarah says, yeah, I bet. Although it's summertime, you should have more time, right? Unless you are doing summer school or other tasks in summertime. Thank you, Maya. Yes, these are my vibrant pink ones. I love these ones. I do. I love them. But yeah, so I looked it up too for the emojis, you guys, and it says on YouTube, it starts making it harder and harder for you to unlock spaces. So you kind of need to almost trade out the ones you don't like, you vote on not using as much. Because our next goal is at 50 members, which is 8 more. and that it does include the gifted members and stuff, but once those drop off, if they don't re-up and everything, then you just have that much more that you need, right? So yeah, that's why we need 8. I've updated the goal here. So if we get 8 more, we can officially unlock another emoji. So annoying, you know. I wish I could just give them to you guys, but yeah, I think after 50 it was like 100 or something. That's crazy. It starts doubling itself. Maria's in the house. Hello, hello. How are you? How's it going? And Mary Ann is here. Hi, Mama Wench. I hope you are in a good spirit today. Let's see. Good afternoon. All in chat's getting to a stop, picking up my crochet hook. Excellent. We love that. So before I came on, because I was deciding on doing micro crochet whilst on here with you guys, I started out trying to use the 0.75. Oh, that's got a cap. There you go. I'll use my face as a backdrop. How's that? You see how tiny that is? So, because I know Winsome uses the 0.75, I think, when she did her mini floppy cat. My hands just don't want to use it like that, though. Like, I was shaking and I couldn't get the little thing in there. So I'm using a 1 millimeter and it's working better. Oh, thank you, Mandy. Mandy gifted a membership and Lori got it. Yay, new member. That's exciting. All right, so let's update our little goal here so we can put 1 out of 8. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe there's, better days, there's good days and bad days as our hands get older and we start getting either shaky or arthritic or however you want to look at it. They don't want to do as little as they can. Oh my gosh, 0.35? I don't even have any, I don't think, that are that small. I think 0.75 is the smallest I have, but I'll have to check, but I think I'd have to be having a very good day with my hands to be able to use those. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. And Callie's working and lurking. Working on work or working on a project? Probably working on work, but there might be some fun in there too. You've never even heard of a 0.35, Mandy? I know, right? I'm like, they're all for doing lace, but people have kind of adapted them so that you can, utilize them for other purposes. But yeah, the 1 millimeter I can get my hand working with, but it's also too really harder. It's harder to see when the thread is smaller and the hook is smaller. So I don't know. I'm still like pushing myself because I love micro crochet, but I know it'll probably get to the point where I'm like, I can't do this anymore. My hands don't want to do it anymore. Yeah, some days your hands are like, nope. Give me some acrylic yarn, some blanket yarn. Lori, did you see you got gifted a membership? Yes. You've got a membership for a month. Unless you re-up it, then we get to hang out. So yeah, also new members too. Don't forget to go back in the posts tab because I have the link for our Discord, so you guys can get in on that as well. Anything that small, yeah. You're used to doing 4.5, Marianne? Okay, 4.5 millimeter. Yeah, that's a good size. That is a good size. Let's see. Smallest I can go is 2.5, Mandy says. I can't even get my fingers to move the hook when it's smaller. Yeah, I know. And I think because even the base is a lot thinner than some of the other ones. What size is this one? This is a 3.5. And now I got it in my ring, but this is the one I'm using for the frog. So the base even that you grip onto is thicker on the bigger hooks too. So, but at least these ones have grippers. This is, I did buy a clover hook for the little ones before Joann's closed. So I was able to get a 0.75 and a 1 millimeter in the clover. Because I like having the grip on these. I had a really, really hard time using the lace hooks that I have because they're usually just metal. And so there's really not anything to grip onto. Kimberly, hello. How are you? How's your day going? Are you poolside today or are you working today? Let's see. You bought a cat today, Maya? Oh, how exciting. Tell me all about your cat. What does it look like? What colors is the fur? Or does it even have fur? Is it a hairless cat? I don't know. It's not easy, that's for sure, Maya. You really need nimble fingers, and as I get older, my fingers get less and less able to do these kinds of things, but for now, I seem to be able to manage. But I'm going to be changing colors here, so we'll see how well that goes. Yeah, you just get used to it, right? Exactly. Exactly. Hi, Esther. Good to see you. All right, let's see. One. Okay, let's change colors. I'm doing the ear. I was just starting. I had to restart it because the other thing too, when you do the ear on the floppy cat, you start off with 4 single crochets and a magic ring, and then instead of doing increases all around, which would keep it flat, right? You're doing like a single crochet increase, so that you get that pitched look of an ear for a cat. And it was flipping the wrong direction, and so I was trying to flip it back so that I would have the right side on the outside. I couldn't get it to flip, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to start this over and just be conscientious of that because it just doesn't want to flip. It's too stiff with the thread. All right, let me get my other one. Okay, here we go. Let's see. My hook came out, so let me grab the loop. Let's see. I definitely prefer the micro hooks with the handle, not, yeah, exactly. Exactly. The metal ones, no bueno. No bueno. Oh, a silver tabby. Pretty. Oh, that's true. So there's rubber balls on the metal hooks to help with the grip. Yep. You know, I even wonder too, I don't think I have one up here, but so for Apple pencils, I know there was a gripper that I had gotten. I bet you that would probably go around one of these unless it's too big of an opening, but it wouldn't go around the metal ones though, because those don't have a big enough handle to begin with. Let's see. Just got to the post office. Shipping out packages, Lori. Okay, now I'm at the pink. All right, I am going to focus for a moment as I do a stitch and switch back to the orange. You're not working? Wait, no, I'm working today. You are working today. Oh, gotcha. So are you in between clients? No, don't lose the loop. The pearl cotton that I'm using, it's 2 strands basically, and they're coiled together. And so they always try to give me only one. And then I have to try to maneuver it. I want to make a mini floppy cat because Winsome made one and it was really cute. Except for hers is probably smaller even than the one I'm making. But we'll see how big this ear comes out. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys. I might need to get my glasses. Oh my goodness. I know, right? Yeah, I was like warning you. I'm gonna try my hand, you guys. We'll see what happens. That's true, Marianne. Yeah, they do kind of name themselves, don't they? Oh, that's funny. All right. So, I've been in a sewing kick lately. You may notice I have my cheeky frog right here, which you can undo the hands, but he's all sewn, all hand sewn. Well, I did machine sew the pieces first, then you flip them, and then you hand sew them together. And then I did these really pretty, look at these buttons, you guys. They're actually umbrellas, but don't they look perfect for eyes? I only had one pair of brown, and then I have one pair that's kind of like a blue tone, and so I might use those for a different one. But I have the pieces to make another frog in this fabric. So I'm gonna make another one, and I love how they just, because you sew in between, it gives it a more floppiness to it. Hi Ava, welcome in. Melissa G is in the house, and Tammy's here. Hello, hello, my friends. Good to see you guys. Then use my elven, ooh, I like that. You have an elven dictionary to go with your 5-foot broadsword? I'm learning so much about you, Marianne. I love this. Oh my gosh. I just thought those were so cool. I was holding, so I have a bunch of random eyes. James at one point would collect buttons. So I was like, okay, well, we'll see what is in there. And the way that the pattern had it, she was using the 2-hole buttons, right, to make it look like an eye. And she just used kind of a cream tone sort of button, which I had, but I was like holding it with the yellow, and I was like, it looks okay. I don't know if it's my favorite. So I was going around, and then I just fell in love with these ones, and the way that it looked with the umbrella at the top is almost like a lid, like an eyelid. I just thought it looked really cool. There. Oh, is Maya your sis in real life, or just in like a sister from another mister kind of a thing? Is that how they say it? That doesn't sound right. I don't know. Oh, nice. You get to it gives a new meaning to playing hooky, right? You get to hook for another hour. Oh my gosh. Oh, cool. Tolkien's Elven Dictionary. I like that. She's your real sister. Oh, cool. I love that. So I've got sisters in the house. If Monique comes, then I'll have mother and daughter as well hanging out with me. I love that too. I'll have my own mother coming later. Today it is Taco Tuesday, guys. In case you forgot, I'll remind you, it's Taco Tuesday. Oh, we love Taco Tuesday. Every Taco Tuesday, my mom is always like, I just love Taco Tuesday. I love how they taste. I love that it's the one day a week I don't have to think about dinner. So, you like to crochet too, Ava? What do you like to crochet? Okay. All right, focus, Julian. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. It is so slow going, you guys. It'll be easier, I think, when I do the head, because at least it's a little bigger. It's easier to hold on to. I saw this one gal, and she's, I think, is it Madame Plume or something like that is her handle. She makes miniature thread bags, like little teeny tiny purses, and she designs them all. I've seen her make mosaic ones, and she's made just like granny square ones. She's just gorgeous designs. She even has a tiny little what do you call it, like a little bag label that you stitch on, and I think it's a little piece of leather, and it says Plume, Pleum, on it, like however they do that on leather, I don't know, and she stitches them on. It's like designer. She puts them in these little shadow box frames, and she's got this whole wall of all these handbags all made crocheted with thread. It's just crazy. I mean, I geek out watching it, but I just don't know. I don't know that she does tutorials though. She does show a lot of shorts where she goes through her things, and she even has like this miniature 3-tier cart, and she puts her little like, you know, these little things, she'll put them on there and you'll see it her pulling from it and it's spinning in her little cart. It's so cute. Used a 1mm, but I put a foam slide on handle to be able to use it. Maya is arguing with Ava. She's like, you do not crochet. It's like, okay, fine. Hey, it's okay. Maybe later on you will find that that is something that you want to pick up. And then Maya can teach you how to do it, right, Maya? You've seen her? Oh, yeah. Isn't that cool? Oh, she's made some really neat ones. She made one that was a traditional Korean, I don't know if it was meant to be inspired by like the pottery or whatnot, but it was a mosaic one and it had a bird kind of like it was flying sideways and it was just gorgeous. You guys will have to check it out if you remember, if you remember to. But yeah, so I've been getting my sewing stuff out. I also made, you might notice, I'm working on them still. They're not done yet, but I am going to be making, so far I've made 7 boats. They're all paper mache. So they're all paper mache. And this is from Anwood Handmade. So I've got like wood button, or not buttons, what do you call them? Beads, wooden beads. I've got wooden dowels, and I've sewn up in my little sewing box here. These are different sails for the different boats. So I've got different fabrics that I've picked. Look, there's even one that has yarn on it, you guys. Knit and purl. I've got 2 actually. I made 2 sails with the yarn on them. And then there's a little banner. So I've cut little squares that I have to like string up that connects to the sail and then down to the front of the ship. She uses like a buttons for the front of the ship. And then I think is it the back? Or maybe she uses that as a wheel. I can't remember. She even like hand does some painting on the bow. It's a whole bunch of stuff involved. So there's quite a lot to do still, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. So yeah, I think it'll be lots of fun. And then I'm hand sewing and hand making these little mice that will go in the boats. So I've made one with green eyes. And this is kind of like a corduroy almost fabric that I had. And then this one's made out of felt and it's lighter, so I put some little whiskers on so you could see them better. But I'm having fun. It's been fun making little mice, making little characters. All right, what did I miss? At least I still have my phone. Oh, there you go. Hi, Emily. Welcome in. Yeah, she's got mad skills. Your kitty's purring cat naps. All right, Ava, I will see you in a moment. Okay, let's keep on going here. But one of you has put in the word of the day, so you might want to think about what I just talked about. And yeah, try out some words. So we do each of the lives now. I am starting to pick some winners for getting entries in for our monthly appreciation giveaway. And I will do that later on in the live. And this month we've already got the giveaway is all packed up. And I've shown it off in last week's lives. And yeah, so we'll do that in a little bit. But if you want to play around with some words, I'll let you know if I see anybody else. But there was one person that got the word. It was something I was just talking about. Gwen, hello. How's it going? Nope, it's not frog. That was last week's word. Oh, good thought, Lisa. It's not Merlin though. That would have been a good one. Oh my gosh. What are we working on, Liz asked? We're working on the ear of a miniature floppy cat. So it's one of my patterns. I did a tutorial of it, which is up on the channel. But I am wanting for myself to make a little miniature micro floppy cat. So that's what I'm working on. You're cranking out Tony's Lamia wrap to get fall stuff ready for markets next week and in the future. I didn't know you did markets, Emily. That's cool. Have you done a lot of markets? I haven't done a market in years. So far, still only one entry. That means that nobody has come up with the word yet. I'll give you hints later on, but you're welcome just to keep putting in chat because it does help the channel. So you can keep guessing the word and we'll see if anybody else guesses it. Oh, that was a good guess too, Melissa. Or might it be mouse? It's not mouse, but it is something to do with the mouse and the frog. Hint, hint. Oh, Ava put it in. Ava got it. Oh, Melissa got it too. Yes, the word of the day is sew. So S-E-W. So if you guys want to put that in, that is the word of the day. And I will do the drawing here in a little bit. Let people get a chance to put it in there. Hi, Arlena. Welcome in. And Barbara. Welcome, welcome. Hamster. Oh, hamsters are cute. They are escape artists, though. I used to have hamsters as a kid. But we didn't have them for that long, I don't think, because they just kept escaping, and they will cram themselves out of tiny spaces to try to escape. It's no bueno. Oh, now the entries are coming. I've got 19 entries so far. There's 20. Autocorrect is so annoying. Oh, I know, right? It was trying to autocorrect when I was putting the word in. It was trying to say C, S-E-E. I was like, no, that's not what I want. Hi, Blair. You're back. How's it going? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I had all intentions yesterday of drawing. I was supposed to draw all day, doing this map that I'm working on for the Whimsy books. And what did I do? I sewed all day. And it's like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I need to be making progress on the things that need to like get out, you know? But I enjoyed myself. It was fun. So maybe there's some days that we just need to kind of accept that we're not going to get the things done that we're supposed to get done, but we're getting done the things that we wanted to get done. I think that's a good choice. He woke up to his crawling all over his back. Wait, what? What was crawling all over his back? Do I want to know? Woke up to his crawling all over his back. Was it like a cat? I'm hoping it's a cat. Oh, it was a rodent? Oh, like a mouse maybe? Oh my gosh. You want to try doing a crochet market, Maya, but you're not sure where to start? I would look up markets, like arts and crafts fairs or that kind of thing in your area, and find out what you need to do to go about, you know, acquiring a booth for one. The ones that tend to be, at least around where I am, tend to be the most popular are the ones that are tied to some sort of holiday. So, you know, Christmas time, there's always going to be Halloween. There's always going to be some for Oktoberfest. But those are definitely the ones that I've sold the most at. But, you know, there's definitely going to be a lot of like arts and wine festivals and stuff. At least California used to have a ton of arts and wine festivals. They don't really have those here in Washington. Not so much anyway. You can't stand rodents of any kind, Mandy. You're like, it's not happening. Oh, his hamster. He was just giving him a massage, you know. Oh my goodness. So wait, are guinea pigs considered rodents? I should know this. I guess they would be, right? I used to have guinea pigs too. They were more fun than the hamsters. The hamster had it picked me to crawl on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so my brother at some points, my dad, he was the director of 911 in Santa Clara County. So he's retired now, but anyways, so up on the Communications Hill, which is where he worked, it's a very steep hill that goes up to the top, and that's where the facility is. And on the way up there, he would find like snakes sometimes sunning themselves in the road, or he would find lizards, stuff like that. And so he had this little, I don't know if he made it or he probably made it. My dad MacGyver's things, but it was some sort of like a pole with the thing on the end that had a loop, and he could put it over like the neck and then cinch it so he could gently move things out of the way, you know, without having to touch them, that kind of thing. Anyways, he ended up getting a lizard for my brother at one point, and I had it on my arm, and it was good for a second. It was hanging out, and I was like, oh, that's cool. That's really cool, you know? And then it decided to do one of those moves like those crazy lizards do with the thing that fans out like this, and it starts running up my arm. I screamed and I flung my arm, and the thing, like, all I hear is this thud as the lizard hits the wall and lands on the bed. I felt so bad. I don't think he died. I don't think he KO'd, I'll say. However, I don't think he was very happy about being flung into a wall. But yeah, no, I was like, I had that sheer panic, you know, because he was going to end up in my hair and other places that I didn't want a lizard to be. So yeah, that's my my experience with reptiles anyway. He was rubbing out the knots. Yeah, the shoulder, little to the left. Oh my gosh. Crochet cat chat, right? That's right. Yes, I like it. The frog on the trampoline. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like James, sometimes him and a buddy of his, when they were younger, I think we got them to stop. They're not doing this now. This was years ago. When they were younger, you know, a lot of times there's a disassociation with young kids and animals, and that animals can feel pain, and, you know, you shouldn't play around with them like they're a stuffed animal kind of thing. But they would find frogs. We have a lot of like little green tree frog kind of things hopping around. They would find frogs, and then they would hide them in the what do you call them? Is it a storm drain? They're like the ones that you have in your front strip out front of your house. You know, it's like, and it's got like the little covering, but you can move the covering. They would put it down there to, I don't know, I guess like save them as pets. But, you know, they don't live that long if they're going to be stuck in this thing forever, and they can't get access to food very well. So we would try to let them out if we could, but they would get so upset. So yeah, kids just don't get it sometimes. Yeah. She has 3 brothers. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there you go. Your kids are afraid of those things, right? Oh my goodness. Yeah. My kids are not really afraid of, well, they're afraid of some things, but not enough of those things. I think they would get into mischief probably. So, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And okay, Almost done with the ear. Yeah. Well, that's not true. I was thinking about it. They probably would not pick up a bug. A worm, maybe, but anything more than that, I don't think they would really want to touch it. I was thinking about like a praying mantis or something like that, which we don't see very often, but if you do see one, no, it's too big. Too big. They're not going to want to touch that. Oh my goodness. Mischief managed. Oh my gosh. So we have 21 entries, you guys, for the giveaway. This is for entries in to the monthly giveaway. So the big monthly giveaway, which is going to be something I ship out to you. If you want to put in the word sew, like I'm sewing, S-E-W. If anybody else here wants to put that in, now's the time, because I will start drawing winners from the pot. My 9-year-old daughter to kill a spider for me. Oh my gosh. I try to trap them. I think because I wrote the Whimsy series. On the Whimsy series, Whimsy is a spider. She's an orb weaver. She's a cute one, though. I think if a little spider came up that looked like Whimsy, I wouldn't be afraid of it. Like, because she's cute, you know? Cute, not creepy. And so, yeah, I like to think that. But anyways, I now feel for them a little bit more than I used to. And so now I'll try to trap and release. Or I'll have my husband do it. Depends on how hairy and large that it is. If I think it might jump on me, you know, all those things. I kind of weigh my options. Can you enter more than once? So basically, for the monthly appreciation giveaway, there's lots of ways to enter. Every live, this is the sort of freebie entries, right? So you may get your name picked during these, and they'll have those throughout the month. And then also being a member, you get also entered in. So Frizzy Friends get 1 entry into the appreciation giveaway. Inner Hive gets 3, and Royal Hive gets 5 entries in. So your name will get in there more than once, depending on, you know, the situation kind of thing. But yeah, if you gift memberships, every membership gifted gets an entry in. So if you give 5 memberships, you get 5 entries that way. So yeah. You know how to sew, Ava? What do you like sewing? You have jumping spiders. Yeah. I like jumping spiders, like in the fact that they remind me of Lucas the spider, which is a really cute little cartoony version of a jumping spider. And he's young and he has this really cute little kid's voice. It's adorable. I don't want one jumping on me though, but yeah, they're cute. And then kind of the way that they move is so interesting. It reminds me of like the spiders in the Zelda games. So they kind of do more of a jerky motion movement. Oh, there you go. So no, okay, that makes sense then why Ava felt like, you know, she does them too, but she does the sewing part, you do the crocheting part. What a good system you have. You know, not everybody likes to do the sewing together part. So you've got your person to sew in for you. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're set at 21 entries. And Winsome's been a member for 4 months. Thank you, Winsome. I know, time flies, doesn't it? So true, so true. Yes. Well, I'm going to start drawing some names. If anybody just came in and you want to put in the word sew, S-E-W, I'm doing the monthly appreciation giveaway entries. So these get entered into the monthly appreciation giveaway. So the giveaway will actually be on the Thursday. The last day of this month will be the official giveaway where I'm giving away the prize of prizes, because it's a bag of a bunch of stuff. But yeah, if you're here and you want to put in sew, I've got 29 watching, 21 entries. So go ahead and put in the word sew, but I'm going to hit that choose a winner here momentarily. Hi, Gigi. How are you? Welcome in. The shoes or the paper. If it jumps, it gets the shoe. You only have a split second to decide, right, Liz? You're like, you got one in one hand and one in the other. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Yeah, there was my brother found a spider. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it. It's probably gonna trigger people. I don't want to freak anybody out. But let's just say it was very large, and it is often compared to a scorpion, but it is not a scorpion, it is a spider. But the way that it arches its back is very similar to a scorpion. And I would have probably like moved out of that house if I saw it. I can't even imagine. Like, no, thank you. No, thank you. I remember going, and my cousins live in Shingle Springs area, which is in California, past Folsom. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that area in California, but anyway, they have big bugs, so big spiders. You know, you might get a tarantula, or anyway, yes, Callie has put in drops. So if you guys want to drop your channels, now's a really good time to do that. I'll just tell my little story, and then I'm going to start picking the winners for the entries into the monthly appreciation. But anyways, so my cousin and I, we were both young. She's older than I am, but neither of us wanted to squish the spider that was on her wall. And we were trying to go to bed, and we couldn't sleep if we couldn't take care of this spider. But everybody else was sleeping. We had chatted. Now it's okay. Now we're tired. Of course, now there's a spider crawling up the wall. And anyway, hi Jess, welcome in. And anyway, so she goes, okay, I'll squish it with the shoe, and then you get it with the Kleenex. You know, we were kind of going back and forth. Okay, no, but you do this and I'll do that part. And then we ended up deciding that she was going to squish it with the shoe, and then I was going to clean it off the wall with Kleenex. She squished it with the shoe, and now it's like on the wall, right? I was too chicken. It was already KO'd, but I couldn't even go near it. I don't know what I thought it was going to do, but I just remember like I couldn't even do that part. So I totally chickened out on even getting the remains off the wall. Oh my gosh, too funny. All right, so Jess, if you want to put in the word sew, S-E-W, I'm going to be drawing the entries in for the monthly appreciation giveaway, which is going to be the end of this month. So yeah, get it in there, because I'm going to choose a winner, and we'll see what we get here. You finally got to a stoplight, Lori says. Oh my goodness. All right, shall we go ahead and hit the winner? Oh, S-E-W for like sewing, you know, S-E-W. So wait just a second. But yeah, I've always had like there are some bugs that I am extremely phobic of. And there's others that I don't care for. I know it's going to try to autocorrect. Next time, you guys, I'll make sure that I don't pick a word that autocorrects every time. Perfect. Yes, I've got your entry in. Okay. That's so funny. Oh, anywho. Okay. Let's go ahead and choose a winner. You'll see Nightbot's going to drop who wins, because this is through Nightbot, but I'll show you guys too. So we're going to pick 5 winners. The first 4 get 2 entries in, and the last one will get 10 entries in to the monthly appreciation giveaway. All right, so the first one is Heidi. Congratulations. There's Heidi. All right. So we've got Heidi down. I'm just going to write your name. And we're going to re-roll. Yep, Nightbot did. Okay, re-roll. And we've got Arlena. Congratulations. So you guys each have gotten 2 entries in. All right, and let's do it again. Callie girl, you got 2 entries in. All right. Hi, Nova. Nova, put in the word sew, S-E-W. I'm picking entries into the monthly appreciation. It's basically just the same as what Dee does on her channel. So if you're familiar with that, I'm doing that this month. We're giving it a go. We're seeing if you guys enjoy it, then I can always I can do this monthly. Because I set stuff aside for you guys. I set stuff aside to do in giveaways, but I just haven't organized anything, you know. So now I'm trying to kind of start doing that. Okay, yes, I got your entry in. Cool. I'm going to re-roll it again. And this time it's Alley Cat Kimberly. Congratulations. All right, and the last entry now, this is going to be for 5 entries in. Okay, here we go. Drum roll, please. Marianne, Mama Winch. Good job. All right. So you get 10 entries in to the monthly appreciation giveaway. Congratulations, guys. Awesome. Maya's like, so. Oh my gosh. Yes, of course. I'm going to do that every live. So I have 2 lives a week. I did put I'll start trying to do goals as well, but I have a goal for today that if we hit the goal, I would do an extra live this week. But it's okay if we don't hit it, of course, too. I just threw it up there. I was testing it out because I haven't really played around with that much, but I was testing it out this morning and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'll just set it to 3 hours or something and just so it doesn't time out or whatever. But it starts it right then. And I hadn't even gone live and wasn't going to go live until after the time. So I was like, well, that didn't work. We are learning as we go, you guys. Hello, Sophia. Oh, Cactus Craft Cafe. I love that name. Ah, what a good name. So what are you guys working on? Let me know. Yes. Yes, I've got everybody's names down and I'll write it on I have it like an official, it's my, the one I showed you guys last time. It's my Gilmore Girls notebook. Oh, thank you so much, Andy. She's like, let's go. Let's get it. So next week, I will not be here on Tuesday. We are actually going on a little mini vacay with the fam, just Monday to Wednesday. So share with the class. Yes, Nova. This is my dirty chai, which is cold brew, actually, that has a little bit of concentrated chai at the top, just a little tiny bit to get that flavor of the spices. And then I do a little bit of sugar-free vanilla, just like a pump and a toot in there for sweet, because everything else that's in there is unsweetened. And so it's so good, Nova. If you ever come over, I will make you one for sure. Even my daughter loves this. It's decaf. We found a really good decaffeinated cold brew, you guys. It's by Stoke, S-T-O with the toot on the top, K. And I found it at Target. I think Fred Meyer has it. Safeway might. I'm not sure if Safeway has it, but it is really good, you guys. Is it the Tazo chai? No, and I think I might have the Oregon chai, but I bought some at Costco recently and it's still sitting there. I haven't even opened it yet. No, it's Sherpa is the brand. Sherpa chai. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but they have 3 varietals. One of them is unsweetened. That's the one I got. They have a sweetened one, and then they have one other one. I can't remember what it was, but I remember seeing 3 different ones. She's like, I'm on my way. Oh my gosh. You're working on an all black cardigan, the total opposite of my first one. Is somebody in New York calling me? getting a call from New York. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're going to Seaside. So we're going for a couple nights, and it'll be fun, just the kids and my husband and I. So we've been trying to get over there for a while, but you know, with the 4th of July, we figured that was not a good weekend to go because it would be just too crazy busy. But now it's cheaper when you go during the week, you know, for obvious reasons. It's summertime, so they are upcharging on everything. So yeah, we're going on a Monday, but it'll be fun. I'm excited. I will definitely need to bring sunscreen. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Emily. You sent a Frizzy gifted membership. And Liz got this one. Oh, that gets you an entry in as well. Okay, so I'm going to put your name down. Emily, gifted membership. Yay! So we're getting more members this way. Wait, so that means I need to update. Hang on. I need to update the goal, you guys, over here. The pink one. So we'll put 2 out of 8 now. Because we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh my goodness. Yes. And again, check the post tab, because when you get unlocked to become a member, you get access to our Discord server. So there is a login there. You can just go ahead and find that. If you have Discord, if you don't have Discord, it's super easy to get going. And it's basically like kind of like an online chat. I don't know how you guys would describe it. It's kind of like a messenger or something like that, but it's a group. The whole group gets to chat with each other. Hi, Shade. Welcome in. And Maddie, how's it going? Good to see you again. No worries, no worries. You're right on time. I'm almost finished with an ear. I keep getting sidetracked. But what else is new, right? Oh my goodness. What are you working on, Shade? I forget, do you homeschool the kids through the summertime, or do you have those summers off? I can't remember what you do. Here we go. All right, one ear is done. I think, did I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, that's it. Ganny Joe, hello. How are you? How's your day going? Are you running around after your grandbabies? Okay. One ear is done, you guys. So let me tie off, and I'll show you how tiny it is, just so you can kind of guesstimate as to what size the cat will be. It's gonna be so cute. Oh my gosh, look at that. Like the teeniest, tiniest little ear. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm sure she would, Andy. 100%. Yes, she would. You're working on the second part of Cassandra from Craftably Ever After's new Bear in a Box crochet along right now, making our bear a bed. Oh my gosh, that sounds adorable, Nova. I'm gonna have to look that up. Bear in a Box, Cassandra, Craftably Ever After. I'm gonna have to look up Craftably, because I'm not familiar with that that creator. I've never heard of them. Craftably Ever After. It's so funny, isn't it? Like I've been on here for 10 years as of next month. Or not next month, excuse me, next year. It's 10 years. And there's still so many crocheters that I don't have in my repertoire. I have not collected them yet. Think no more. Join us. That's right. Yes. Come to the Frizzy side. Come hang out, have a coffee, hopefully a laugh or two. I don't take life too seriously. At least I try not to, you know. Have my moments, but yeah. She's super sweet, and the patterns for the crochet along are all free PDF downloads too. Nice. Oh, I love that. I've been trying to do that with my own patterns. I think it's nice. I found a lot of value, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but when a creator has paid patterns, like I have paid patterns, but I also have a tutorial on the channel. So you could watch the tutorial and get the pattern that way, which helps the channel, right? Or you can pay a small amount or whatever the paid pattern is, and then you can get the PDF and print it out. I know everybody's, you know, different in how they like to get patterns and stuff, but I just think that's super nice. Like I've bought, like Shy had that strawberry bag that I did, and she had a tutorial that I followed. I also, though, went on her Ko-Fi, and I paid, like I wanted to donate to her because I love the pattern. I love the work that she does. You know, and so I still wanted to go through the tutorial though, because that's how I like to do things. But yeah, so I don't know. What do you guys think? You gotta chase them all. So true. Oh my gosh. What I do too, Frizzy, free tutorials and paid patterns. I think it is something for everyone. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, because everybody likes to learn differently, and I think it's kind of like gives you the best of all worlds that way. But I have still found that a lot of people just prefer to buy the pattern, and that's fine. You know, you can totally do that. But yeah, it's just nice. Your support. It's basically, it's like, you know, you can get the pattern for free, but you're still supporting me by being here on the channel and hanging out, you know, and giving the hours of time that you're watching. So it's like, we appreciate all of those as well. It doesn't have to be monetary, you know, it's just helping the channel out. So, oh, good. I'm glad you're loving your new position, Callie. That's awesome. All right. I need to make a matching ear. This is going to be so cute. So if the ear is this big, I'm just guesstimating that the head will probably come to here. And so then so he's probably only going to be like this big, I would say, I think, allegedly. We'll go with that. All right, so let's get my orange again. And make sure I get the right hook size here so I'm not cursing. I don't homeschool through. Oh, good. You get a break. Yeah. I could not shade. I was so happy when the summer was coming. I was so over having to teach Lizzie. I was like, please just let it come quicker. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, that's great. In case someone finds the pattern first and wants the tutorial. Yep. Okay, Mama. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you for popping in and hanging out. And enjoy your dinner. Yes, for sure. We do not have dinner yet. It's only 2 o'clock here. Taco Tuesday usually starts in a couple of hours. My parents will come over usually around 4 or so and hang out for a little bit. So we're not like they don't just come over, eat, and run, you know. They come and hang out for a bit. Mama Wench, Marianne. She's another YouTuber here on the YouTube streets. So yeah, she was hanging out here for a while, and she's lovely. I hang out with her in a lot of the different YouTubers chats. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I'm trying my best on this the first round not to do my stitches too tight, because it's really tough to get back into those. On the second round, it's really hard to get back into the stitches if you're too tight on that first magic ring, especially with the thread. Okay, here we go. Oh, my nose itches. Sorry. Gross, I'm sorry. Anytime I'm working with fibers of any kind, my nose starts itching. I'm getting hearts and laughter. I love it. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. I have so many things I want to make, you guys. It's ridiculous. And I squirrel. And my mom said last time she came over, she says, "Oh, I love that you're getting interested in doing all these different things, but I would love to see you finish some stuff." I'm like, me too. Oh my gosh. Ah, Forest Eagle Crochets and the Magic Ring. It's a real, yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah. Super tough. And then you have to also remember to which way is going to be the right side so you can start trying to guide it, you know, when on the second round so it knows which way to flip. Here we go. Yes, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, Nightbot. Yes, Nightbot is just gentle reminder. Don't forget to hit the thumbs, you guys, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I know everybody in chat is probably already, but make sure those notifications are on too, because you never know. I might pop up live, you know. I don't do that as frequently, I'll admit, and I have been terrible about filming myself lately. I really need to start vlogging again, because there's so many days where I'm like, I just want to work on this or that. And then if I filmed it, I could at least turn it into channel content. But instead I'm just like, ooh, this is fun. Here I am sewing. Oh my gosh. When you're working on it, you're like, why, Frizzy? Why? Why did you do this to me? Oh, thank you, Maya. I know, right? I know. It's like, sorry, not sorry. You decided you wanted to make it in thread, which I am struggling with now because that was my now decision, but that's okay. I will prevail. I don't do too many of the thread like micro crochets, but I've been so itching to do this one, so ever since you did yours. So yes, this is happening. And I don't know if you guys noticed this, and you can set your notifications on, but on Thursday, I am going to pull back out my Hexie Wrap cardigan that is Shy's pattern and put on some more stitches onto that. Oh, good. You're doing a mosaic crochet blanket, Callie says. Ooh, which pattern? Whose pattern? Which one are you making? Because I don't think I know the answer to that. Oh my gosh, I can't see which stitch to go into. They're tiny. Okay, here we go. We're good. Oh, can somebody delete this, please? Let's see if I can. Hide use. There we go. Sorry about that. Let's see. Yes, sorry about that, guys. Trolls in the dungeon. Thought you ought to know. Anyway. All right. We are back to crocheting. Right? You don't normally get trolls in the regular full screen lives. It's usually in like the phone when you're vertical. You find very few trolls this way, and it's because these aren't shown in the shorts, whereas those are shown in the shorts, you know, as you're scrolling. So every time I see trolls, I think of that line in Harry Potter. Oh my gosh. You do too, no? Oh my gosh, I do. It's so funny. It was like playing through my head as I was saying it. I also love quoting movies. My trolls are sometimes they're bots. They're actually like AI. They're not actual people. I don't know if that was or was a bot, but they come in and then they'll say stuff that's either inappropriate or, you know, just, yeah, rude, whatever it is. We call them trolls, but it's usually you'll get them more on a phone live rather than like the vertical lives rather than the horizontal lives like I do. Ooh, sounds good, Mandy. We're going for a ride. Back to what we were talking about before. We were so rudely interrupted. I know, right? What were we talking about? Let me go back. Hang on. What size hook? It is a 1 millimeter. It's a 1 millimeter Nova. Yeah, it's really tiny. We were talking about micro crochet. Yeah, it is. But the thing is, I wonder this. This is my big wonder. If you sold at a fair micro crochet stuff, okay? Like, okay, let's just think about this for a second. The floppy cat, okay? You're making it for your booth. You make a miniature micro crocheted one. You make one in the acrylic yarn. So that's the one I did on that tutorial. You make a blanket yarn one, right? So it's a much bigger one. They're all the same pattern, but we're using different hooks, different threads or yarns. Skill level for the smallest one is higher, right? Because you have to be able to work with such tiny, nimble materials. So price-wise, though, I feel like people will still value the biggest one as the highest, should in their mind be the highest price, don't you think? Or do you think that people would value micro because it's the smallest? It always baffles me, the rationalization. Cat heaven? Right, Shade? I know. What a rude troll. How dare you, sir? You're too blind, Liz. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I could be the person that only micro crochets, but on occasion I do like to try my hand at it and see if I can come up with something. 1, 2. Do you need to do another one here? The mosaic blanket I'm making is by MJ's Off the Hook. And what is it? Is it like a pattern one, or does it have a imagery in there somewhere, or what does it kind of look like? I'm gonna look up MJ's Off the Hook too. I had a coworker at when I used to work in banking that called me MJ because he thought I looked like Mary Jane, specifically Kirsten Dunst. I was like, I don't know, I don't see it, but okay, we could do that. People who don't crochet, yeah, they don't. You're right. Yep. The biggest ones I think would always be higher valued to people that, especially that don't crochet, like you're saying. Yep. Andy, if you're still here, have you found that to be true with, because I know you do a lot that are blanket, or maybe they're all blanket that you're using, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm just wondering value-wise. Oh, yes, post a pic in Discord. Sounds good. A diamond pattern. Nice. I've been meaning to do more mosaic crochet because I bought a bunch of pillows for like inner pillows, you know, so I could work on some of Alexis Sixel's got a bunch of pillow tutorials and patterns. So I've been wanting to do some of those. She's got like a sun and moon one I want to do, and she's got a they have faces on that one. So it's like half sun, half moon, and then the other one is a moon, but it's like a full moon and it doesn't have a face. It's just like a full moon. It's really pretty. Come on, get that on the hook. There we go. I, yeah, with like the Yummy Cats and stuff, the only reason that the biggest ones were going to be a lot more expensive is because I have to sew an inner lining, and they are a lot harder to make than the smaller ones. To make an only micro booth, I think it would take like 10 years of preparing. You agree? Yeah. Yeah, it's just interesting. And I think, although I think that a lot of the smaller items are the ones that sell really well, like hotcakes, right? Like I know Rebecca's mentioned the little chick that I have a pattern out for. She makes those a lot of times into little keychains and has them, and they always go really fast because they're, you know, I don't know, she charges $5 something, $5 to $10, but those ones sell the best. So I think that, yeah, it's the little things that go, but the big ones are the draws. The big ones draw people in. So I think you do need a good combination of sizes in there, right? But I always used to find that to be true too. I would do like ornaments or keychains, and those and the smaller ones would always sell. And then there's a few people though that will buy like medium size, works really well. But the giant ones, you have to find the right collectors to pay for those. You despise big projects, so you'll go medium size and down. Yeah, $10 and $5 items sell like hotcakes. Yep, exactly. People don't seem to realize that something being small doesn't necessarily mean it was less work. Exactly. No worries. Maya, it's at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Thursday is my live. Yeah, I know, right, Andy? I always think about, because if you guys you may or may not know Rebecca, she is Yarn Basket Toys on YouTube, but she just finished making this. I think it's like 3 or 4 foot long dragon, and it's hundreds of dollars. I mean, this thing, I can't even remember. You guys might remember what she said, how many like stitches she had to do, or it was in the hundreds as well, but it's huge, you guys. That alone though, with the wingspan and everything else, would definitely draw people in. You might get somebody who likes a rare, unique item to pay for it, but it'll certainly draw people to your booth. Yeah. They'll be like, oh, how could you charge that? And you're like, this thing took me like 2-3 weeks to make. What are you talking about? You know, you're like, if I charge by the hour, I would only be getting $2 an hour at this price. Are you serious? Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. I feel like I'm dancing. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Crochet mark. You should. Yeah, you should. You should try it out. You're not going to know until you try one out. And, you know, there's definitely more crocheters out and about at markets now than there used to be. But, and I personally, I would say to steer away from the ones that everybody says they make at the markets. Like if you start watching stuff on YouTube, like I know there were those floppy frogs, I think they were called or something. Those became a hot seller for a while. The bees, there's like a little plushy bee. There's a bunch though that everybody makes. So you'll find, you know, you might find 4 booths at a fair. Everybody's selling the same thing though. So try to get something that's not one that everybody's making. You know what I mean? Last year's market sweet spot. Yeah, $5 to $20. Yep. I would say that is very true. Oh my gosh, something in my eye. Leggy froggies. Thank you. Yes. There you go, Ava. Start a sewing shop. Why not? You've seen the leggy froggies. Yeah. They're really cute. They are very, very cute, but everybody has them, you know, and so I think that that's going to start selling less and less. And then if you make something that's more, you can find a pattern or make a pattern for something that's small and you can keep it in that price range, make a bunch of those, and not everybody's going to have that. Those will sell well for you. I know. Yeah. Here's something even more offensive, Callie. So the bougie craft, I call it bougie, but they're just way more expensive than Joann's ever was. And I think I would say they're more expensive than Michael's too. But Craft Warehouse is what I have here in Washington. They are now selling those ones. So I know for a fact, because I've seen them, they're on Temu, AliExpress. They're buying them in bulk, and these are like those crocheted. A lot of them are the ones that'll say, you know, have like a sign they're holding or something. It might be a peanut or I don't know, whatever they are, whatever character it is, holding a sign, you know, like don't forget to smile or something like that. But flowers, like long stem flowers, those are very popular, but they are selling them there. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Sell the yarn to make something. You don't need to sell the product of that, you know. It just doesn't, I don't know. They were selling that and lafufus, like, and I found it really funny because I don't think they realized they were lafufus at first. But I went recently and there was a note on the sign, like they changed the sign to say Labubu replica. So somebody must have said something, you know, when they change the sign, somebody said something. Wanted to send me crocheted bouquets that are those Temu quality ones and advertise for them on my channel. What? You're like, no, delete. Yeah. I haven't had very many companies actually contact me for collabs. The only one really was that High Crochet had sent me, and they wanted me to basically pick a couple kits, make the kits, and then sort of do like a review of them on the channel. So I did that. That was good. You know, they aren't asking for money from you. They are giving you something and then asking you to review the product and talk about it on your channel. That's the kind that I'm like, okay, yes, I can handle that. But yeah, not what you're saying. I'm surprised somebody even reached out to talk about that. Interesting. Wow. Remakes from those sites you just said. Yeah. Yep. Well, and actually, get this. So I saw somebody on Etsy was selling those. And at first, I didn't know. At first, like, it almost looked legit. It's kind of like when AI came out, and then you're like, is it AI or is it real? I can't tell, you know? I'm like, yes, thank you, Ava. I'm working hard. I'm trying. But anyways, yeah, so, you know, I was on Etsy and I saw somebody had a whole bunch of flowers, like flower shop. Oh, how cute, you know, and I'm looking at it and I asked them a question. I sent them a message. And I can't even remember what the question was, but I was being kind, like they made it themselves. They never responded though, because not too long later, I found even those ones were also being sold on Ally. So people are just taking them, buying them on AliExpress or Temu, and then reselling them on Etsy as being legitimately made by them. Yeah, like exactly. Shy's gotten my friend Shy on the channel, or she has her own channel. But she's had a lot recently that I've seen where they have reached out to her to try out a new product, like a new crochet product. And yeah, like, you know, the ball winder might be one, or those little eye popper things, you know, if they want to send those and you try them out and make stuff with them, that's like a perfect collab, I think. You taking off, Winsome? Have a good night. Good chatting with you too. Yeah, it's crazy, Callie. It's crazy. It just really makes you wonder now how legitimate a lot of times what it is that you're seeing is. You know, is somebody making it? Is it really handmade? You know, that's I think what's pushing me against being on Etsy. I'm still selling on there. But I have my own website, so I could cancel that at any time, you know, selling on Etsy. But on occasion, things will sell on there still. So I don't know. I haven't fully decided to leave Etsy yet, but I'm thinking about it. Because I can just have, like, I think I actually took it off from my description too. I think I took the Etsy off and just have my website because I'd rather people buy through the website, not through Etsy. But yeah. You know, it is visibility. It's more visibility. And one thing I would say, if anybody is watching and has an Etsy, be very cautious with, so with their advertising. One thing that I didn't realize is that I had used advertising here and there on some of my patterns and stuff at different points. Well, I had stopped the advertising. However, when the listing, if you have your listing set to automatically renew at the end of the 3 months, and so you'll pay 20 cents, it'll relist the item. If you have it set to automatically renew, it automatically puts it back in for advertising. And so you'll be like, why is this random, you know, art print selling all of a sudden? I'm so confused. And I've had that happen where I've gone in and sure enough, a whole batch of things got relisted and they all got relisted with advertising on because they had been advertised before. So, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I've made maybe I made $20, but then I paid $16 of that in advertising to get that $20. So how much am I really making? I just shipped out all these products. You know what I mean? Like, just be careful, you guys. Yeah, I had no idea that they did that. So I would recommend, because of that, I would recommend not auto renewing anything. I would just renew it manually. Make sure that the box is not checked for advertising. You just canceled your Etsy shop today, Jess? Yeah, I know. I'm like, I haven't ripped it off. You know, it's like ripping off a Band-Aid. I'm like, I haven't done it because I've been on Etsy for, gosh, I don't know, 15 years. But it's gotten so bad with all the AI stuff and all that shadiness with the whole, like, it should not be automatically checked for it to go into advertising where they are charging you. That is so ridiculous. I just can't even believe that that's a thing. Yeah. I hope I mean, I had done it before with ads, so I think that because maybe it was like when I originally posted it or something, I had ads on there. I'm not sure, but whatever it was, that just seems so wrong to me. So I was like, yeah, so that made me pretty much nothing, you know, but especially with all the fees that they charge too. I probably paid Etsy money. Hello, Maya, welcome back. Okay, where am I? 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Just trying to make sure I'm not losing my count. Here we go. Yeah. Exactly, Nova. I don't know. I never really dug into it further other than to take it off of auto renew. Because I used to not want to have to think about it. I was like, oh yeah, just go ahead, auto renew it. But really, if after 3 months it hasn't picked up in Etsy's algorithm, then you might want to adjust your listing anyway. So it's probably a good idea to revisit it, maybe change the title, change pictures, add a video, you know, whatever it is that's, maybe adjust the price if that's what's making it not sell. You know, there's definitely different things you can do, but it at least forces you to take another gander, you know, take another look at it and be like, okay, why is it not selling? What could I do differently? As I'm just working in one spot, the rest of the chain and the yarn and first row just got tangled up, and it's so frustrating. Let's see, you're crocheting a blanket. You're crocheting a blanket, but you're working in one spot. The rest of the chain and the yarn and the first row gets all tangled up. Are you talking, so did you make a long chain for the blanket and then now you're working back into the chain? Is that what you're doing? And it's kind of coiling, the chain's like coiling, so it's getting caught up. I'm just trying to visualize here. That is a tough one though. I'm trying to think if one way would be, you could try working into the, instead of like your chain, right? Your chain is a V. So usually a lot of times you would work kind of through the center of the V, right? So you're basically working on one loop, if you think about it, instead of both. You can always try doing in the back bump. So if you flip the chain over, you'll see there's just a single bump. So if you work your stitch into that, it's a different way of doing the chain. So your bottom of your blanket will look like the braid of the chain. So you'll still have the V's on the bottom of it, and you're basically working on the other side. And the blanket will look normal, but it does help it to be more flat if you work it that way than if you're just working on one side of the chain, which then starts to make it coil and then, yeah, get tangled in with all your stuff. And otherwise, I would just say you're just going to have to be constantly keeping an eye on the yarn and the thread and making sure that they're not getting tangled as you work back, because it will stop doing that. You know, as you go back and forth, it will stop doing that, but it's going to be annoying for probably the first 2 to 3 rows, I would say, before it stops like trying to curl. You're crocheting a brain, Andy? Oh my gosh. Like a brain with a face? Or break this down for me. I'm trying to visualize your brain that you're crocheting right now. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Yeah. Fairy crochet mama. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Foundation chains are so much easier to work into, and they are more stretchy, so you don't end up with one end all tight. Nova's right. A chainless foundation row is a really good fix. Yes. I'll have to look that one up because I think that's different than what I'm even talking about, I think, if I'm remembering right. But had to take care of the animals, start dinner, and get the grandkids out the door. Is your chicken hanging out in the kitchen, Melissa? She has a chicken that hangs out with her sometimes, which I think is adorable. You have a skull 3D print and decided to crochet a brain so that it's a bigger pin cushion. What a cool idea, Andy. You're so crafty. Look at you. True to your name. I love that. I want to see it when you're all done. I'm sure you'll show it, or I'll pop into your live and then you'll be like, wait, hang on, Frizzy, I got to show you my brain. Yeah, it's funny. So like, I do the same thing, Andy. I'm always trying to, I think of different ways of doing stuff. So like with the boat and the mouse, the one that the gal that I follow, Anwood Handmade, just give her props because I love all her stuff. But she makes it's a very muted tones, I'm talking about more vintage, I would say. So we're like creams and beige and tan and brown and those kind, right? So lacy, that kind. So you're not getting like super vibrant colors, nothing like that. So I was thinking of making some, I want to make them different. So I was even thinking of doing some vibrant colors that are like kind of Halloweenish, and perhaps making, I don't know, a mouse that might maybe is like, looks like a pumpkin, you know, like bright orange with maybe I could make like a little leafy thing that his little ears stick through it. That'd be cute. So I want to just make them, I want to make different variety ones, because I would like to potentially do, add the sewing stuff that whatever I'm making into another Dibs sale eventually. So I figured that I will just make a variety of stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. But yeah, or if you have any ideas, let me know. But yeah, so I think that'll be fun. She's broody right now, so she hasn't come inside. The turkey knocks on the door though. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh no, but if you're not subscribed to Andy Crafty Witch, you need to, because she's lovely. She goes live just about every evening. I'm on the Pacific side of the US, so I think for me it usually is around 7:30 in the evening ish. So yeah. And she's always working on market prep, making a bunch of plushies often to sell at her Comic-Cons and such. A sea creature Ami collection. Ooh, that sounds good. She said she 3D printed the skull part of it, Maya. So she 3D printed a skull, and then the brain will sit inside of it. The crocheted brain will sit inside of it. Oh, did you send me a picture? Hang on. Oh, she sent me a picture, you guys. Hang on. Can I show it? I'm going to show it, Andy. That's the 3D printed skull. So she's making the crocheted brain that'll go sitting inside of that. How cool is that? Oh my gosh. That's neat. I like that. I wonder if you could get like a glass top. What was that character from, where it was like a he was an alien with the brain, and then there was like a domed glass above his head. I bet you could I can't remember what movie that was from. You could probably find a cool 3D print pattern for that, Andy. Was it, no, Space Invaders? Maybe? I don't know. Something with Mars? Yeah. Mars Attack? Mars Attacks. Mars Attacks. That one. That'd be so cool. You could do the crocheted brain part of it if you want, and then you just get like a little dome. See? We're always thinking. We gotta come up with crafty ways. You need me to do the sea creature collection. Oh, I would love to do a sea creature collection. I love that, Melissa. She says she has a cow that won't leave the yard until she hugs him and walks him out. Oh my gosh. I just love that. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, good. Yes. Drop your drops, you guys. Subscribe to everybody's channel that's here. You know, I try to attract only the good people. You know, no drama here. We just like to hang out, chit chat, laugh, and have a good time and drink coffee. You have 3 hens that are constantly broody. Hard to get them outside when I get the eggs. I unfortunately don't have laying boxes. Aw. I mean, I don't know much about what a chicken needs, but I keep seeing more and more people like that I enjoy watching. So I know Kim over at Fortunate Creations, she's got like 20 chickens. She bought, I think, 2 batches of little chicks. And then Mama G Gear has chicks now. So we're seeing a lot of little videos where they've got like all these crazy chickens jumping on their head and hanging out, doing all those things. That was fun. Okay. I am at the, I'm at the round to start with the pink again. I've been working on my my cocoon again lately, so that has been, I need to measure it. I need to measure it because you basically are going back and forth until you get to a certain length. So I need to measure the length because I'm not sure how much further I need to go. But yeah, I think it's getting close. It's getting close to where I'll be able to stop building it and start like folding. So you basically take a rectangle and you fold the two short edges together, and then I believe you seam it to allow like the hole for your arms on both sides, right? And then you can create, if you want, you can create like a ribbing to go around the opening. But it's basically just a big rectangle that you just fold it in a certain way. It's like making an envelope, you know, but it fits you. Put your arms in. So I have to like, wait, which one is it? Okay. Oh no, I want the pink one. I don't want the orange one. Sorry. This is the part, it's like when the tails are hanging out and then you're like, okay, hang on, which one's the working yarn? Which one's the tail? And then I gotta tighten I gotta tighten the strand. This is taking some coordinating here. Yay, everybody's dropping their drops. Definitely subscribe. That way you can hang out if anyone's going live, or let us know if you go live. We can try to be there for you, because it is always nerve-wracking going live, at least in the beginning. I still get nervous, if you can believe it. I still get nervous, you guys. Usually my leg is going a mile a minute, which is when I'm feeling anxious. So yeah, before I came on, my leg was going a mile a minute, but it's okay now. But when the chat stops moving, my leg usually starts. So if the things start jiggling around, then you'll know that I'm getting restless. You need to chat in the chat. Oh, good. So Lana's throwing yarn in everybody's windows. The kids love getting them too. Oh, how many eggs do you get in one day, you guys? I guess I know that would depend on how many chickens you have, I would assume. But do you have to sell eggs too because you have too many eggs? I don't know. How often do they lay them? Oh, yes, Christy. Hello, Christy. How's it going, my dear? Wait, hang on. Do I need to put another one in that one? Nope. Next one. Okay. You're in SoCal though, right, Christy? You're in SoCal. Okay. I saw some crazy, like there were houses that burnt down on 4th of July down in Southern California. I think they were in LA area. There was one with a car that drove into it looked like a shop, but it was a fireworks shop. That wasn't a good choice. I shouldn't laugh because hopefully nobody got hurt. I don't know though, but I know that there was a lot more fires and things going on, it seemed like this year. 2, 3, 4. You would never know. You're amazing. I get over 2 dozen a day. Oh my gosh. You made $80 yesterday. I think I'm in the wrong business, Melissa. I need to get some chickens. Oh my goodness. I need to get like a little stand for out front of the house. I can advertise on the mailboxes and tell everybody that, hey, I've got eggs, you guys. Come down the road. Oh my gosh. You probably I bet you make way more than, and like those of us at this size channel, you know, getting monetized and stuff. You probably make more than we do in a month, I would say. because it's not much, but you know, it's better than nothing. Just back from a trip and catching up. Oh, you're in NorCal by Chico. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. I have a friend that lives up in Chico area that also crochets, actually. I haven't spoken to her in quite a few years, but she was a neighbor that lived across the street when I was a kid. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Hi, Aisha. How's it going? Good to see you. Welcome in. Multiple firework fires that may be linked now, they say, and life's lost multiple cities. Multiple cities had their fireworks canceled because of this. Oh my goodness, yeah. Yes, honeybee hedgehog. Yes. I do remember. You're over on TikTok, I think, is where you tend to be more. I'm not on TikTok though. I very rarely do TikTok because I can't do everything and it just ends up being too much. I have such a hard time doing short form content, you guys. On occasion I'll get something out, but it's not consistent, that's for sure. Hi Cece, how's it going? Heading to Chico in just a few minutes. What a small world. Yes, it is. Can't get enough people here on YouTube to go live. Aw. Yeah, I think that's a lot of people are turning to other platforms, I think, for like if you haven't been able to get memberships, a lot of people are starting memberships on Ko-Fi. And then, or Ko-Fi, what's the other one? Yeah, what's up? I can ask. Yeah. My son was asking me a question. All right, let me do. It needs my face. Bear with. It would be nice if I could spell. There we go. We're good. Everything's good. Someone sold eggs at the gym? That's quite a place to be selling eggs. Like in the back alley. Do you want to buy some eggs? Would you like the brown kind or the white ones? I don't know. How do like, is it a different colored chicken that makes different colored eggs? I don't know. I know very little about chickens. Yeah, I should be selling them at the end of the road, right? You just got back from Chico and my son is out the door heading there because I forgot something at Petco. No. Yeah, then you can start doing tutorials and going live on YouTube and then trying to filter people back this direction. Yep. Give to family and bake a lot. Yeah, so you need the eggs. Selling eggs. I know, right? Maya's like selling eggs at the gym. Interesting. Somebody was like thinking, where can I sell my eggs? I know. Maybe just eating them at the gym with protein, right? Oh, that's funny. Opens up trench coat. Yeah, oh my gosh, they make those like aprons now with the holds the eggs. You just like open it up and you've got your little apron with your eggs in. Oh, that would be so funny. Can I interest you in a dozen? Oh man. That's too funny. Now I've got like this picture in my head. We'll get comics. If they haven't already done that, they should put that in a comic strip. That would be funny. All shades of brown. There's green eggs? Green doesn't seem like it would be a good color to eat, but interesting. I've only ever seen brown or white, but I buy from the stores more usually. So my sister-in-law, her sister has, or had, I don't know if she still does, but she had like a little farm stand and would get the eggs. And it was so odd to me that you could leave them out on the counter before, if you refrigerate them, they have to be refrigerated. But allegedly, if you've taken them or whatever, I'm sure you probably cleaned them. And then if you leave them on the counter, you can leave them on the counter for a while. I don't know the specific amount, so please go on and find out the specifics, but you can leave them out of the fridge. And I was like, what? Like we grew up, they were always refrigerated because this was California. Like, who was selling chicken eggs, But, yeah, it's just funny. Unalived, yes. 12 were unalived at a firework warehouse. Oh, no. Not my county. Wow. Yeah, I wonder if that was the one I saw. There was a short I saw that was the car that drove into a warehouse of fireworks. And there was somebody that was out street side that was filming it. And it was crazy, the booms. And I mean, it was like seeing what you see in the sky, but right at ground level. No bueno, no bueno. My aunt just came over, so gonna go. Okay, bye, Michelle. I'm so glad you could catch a live, though. Thank you for coming. I'll probably be heading out here pretty soon. I'll go till 3 o'clock my time, so another 15 minutes or so, you guys, and then I will sign off because I'll have family coming over pretty soon, too. Blue, white, brown. Pick your poison. Do they taste different? Break it down. Do the blue eggs and the green eggs taste different than the white eggs? You're blowing my mind here. So funny. Ooh, you're in Laguna Beach. Bye, Michelle. Don't forget your thumbs, you guys, too. Mama G is here. You're sitting out with the chickens. I was talking about you. Your ears must have been burning. I was saying that you had gotten chickens and that they like to jump on your head. Oh, I saw you had posted a quick short where you were letting the chickens out of the coop for the first time to free range, but you were getting nervous about them because they were getting a little farther away than you wanted. Did you corral them all back? Callie girl. You so have my sense of humor. It's kind of like, we kind of have, it's like the dad jokes. We kind of have that sense of humor, I like to pair my green eggs with ham. Thank you very much. Oh, they're just from different. Oh, so wait, what are the green eggs coming from? Is there a green chicken? I feel like I'm having blonde moments here. I'm just trying to visualize, you guys. You can leave sitting out on the counter if you don't rinse them off. Oh, I gotcha. Oh, that's so cool. You're free ranging with them right now. Oh, that's great. I'm glad that they're enjoying it, sounds like. Hang on, I need to switch my color here. I need to switch it in this one. Grab my pink. Nope, not that one. That's the tail. Here it is. Hi, Jen. Welcome in. I don't think they just... Oh, okay. You prefer the brown eggs or the ones that are kind of greenish, bluish. Yeah, one dog is enough, right? Well, if you have a dog, you probably don't have chickens, right? Don't dogs like to go after chickens? I don't know. Allegedly. Right, Mama G? That's just so cool. I don't know. I'm going to have to look up what a green egg looks like. It'll probably just give me a bunch of Dr. Seuss stuff, though. Okay. Finishing off the ear. All right. Let me see where I'm supposed to increase here. 1, 2, 2. Is that right? Hang on. Where's my other ear? I don't think I did that right. Hang on, bear with. I'm frogging, but not much, just a little tiny bit. I don't think I needed to change the color just yet. Callie. When you get to when you find that golden egg, watch out. You did. Oh my gosh. You got the sliver out? How? Did it work its way out? Oh my gosh. Poor thing, she's had this sliver in her thumb, or one of her fingers. It was in one of the fingers. For how long? A week? Oh my gosh. They keep their eggs out on pallets at the grocery store and on the counter at home. Well, I mean, it makes sense because they expire so much more quickly, right? Dog's afraid of the chicks. That's so funny. Not Gus. Gus, your cat, he's just all over them. He's wanting to watch and hang out with all the animals, which is so cute. Oh, okay. It looks less rotten and scary than you would have thought. Yeah, I'm picturing this like solid green egg, and I'm like, what kind of chicken is this coming from? Like Hulk chicken. Is a Hulk chicken somewhere? Oh. They all taste the same, but our egg yolks are a deep orange color because of the organic feed and scraps that we give them. So they are slightly more nutrients. Interesting. I like that. Over 1/2 inch long. 2 weeks in your middle finger. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you got that out. I'm sure you were too, but over 1/2 inch. I'm like, where's my ruler? Oh, here it is. 1/2 inch. That is a long splinter. That's crazy. I can't believe they couldn't get that out at the doctor's office. That's just, I mean, they could, but they were going to torture you first. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I'm going to transfer back to the orange. And try not to get the tail. Here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Yadira, so good to see you over here. How are you? I usually catch you at Andy's house. Organic eggs are the best, yeah. How old are they when they start to lay them? Like, because yours won't have eggs probably for a while. They're still pretty young. Green, blue, brown, and spotted, to name a few. Yeah, I guess the only eggs I was thinking would have color were like the, is it quail eggs? Some of the smaller birds have eggs that are colorful like that. Aww. Okay. I'm on my last round of the second ear. So in 2 hours, I haven't gotten too much done, but we've had a nice chat. Oh my gosh. Oh, Mama G, you're so funny. Yeah, I think I would have gone running too if the doctor came and was like, I'm just going to do this thing. You know, it'll only hurt every time I have to poke you. So just sit still, will you? Oh my goodness. If you ever get a splinter or sliver your hand or foot again, purchase some draw out salve. It's like black and thick, but will remove it and is used for horses. Oh, wow. Wow. 5 to 6 months old, they lay eggs. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Yeah, that draw out salve. That's what people were mentioning for her to do that, to get something like that. But I don't know what it was that actually worked for you or if it just did work its way out. But my goodness. Gosh, these little ears are so cute. They're so little. Okay, let me just slip stitch to connect, and then I can cut away. I can take that out. And then I'm done with the ear, the second ear. Winsome, Winsome already left, didn't she? She's different time zone, so I was just thinking of how tiny hers is. I'm sure hers is smaller because she said she uses a 0.35 millimeter hook. I don't think I could ever go down that small. My hands wouldn't want to do it. They would just say nope, and they would just give up. Your chicks will be 12 weeks old. Oh, okay. So they've got more growing to do. Here we go. We've come up with 2 ears for the miniature floppy cat. It's going to be a little thing, you guys. Look how cute it's going to be. Oh my goodness. I love it. Newly laying chickens are more likely to have double yolks or the eggs inside of the egg. Oh, if an egg happen. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Really? Yeah. There was so I was having a conversation recently with Mama G's daughter Rusty, and I shared with her a picture of this mutoid cherry. It had the stem, and it had 2 cherries connected and 2 separate pits and everything. And it looked like a hiney, I'm just saying. But but just one stem. It was the weirdest looking thing. I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. This is a double cherry. I've never seen that before. Right, Nova? So tiny. It's going to be so cute, though. I don't even have the full size one to show you, but like how tiny that ear is. I'm very happy and excited to see how this turns out. One of your chicks is a Marin. That must be a type of chicken, right? Green egg layers, also known as olive eggers. Cross between a Marin and an Americana. Yeah, chickens. I was trying to make sure I read that correctly. Oh my goodness. Wow. Bantam chicken that comes inside is 8 years old. We have had a full egg inside of an egg. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, and look at the cute little Merlin emoji. I love it. I loves it. I need to draw up Arthur, although you don't see him as frequently on the channel. Usually it's when Lizzie picks him up and hoofs him over, and then she's like, here, Mom. You might catch an eye on him. But, all right, so I've done the ears. I'm going to need to start on probably, I'm thinking probably the feet or the legs I'll do next. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do next. But it has been a couple of hours, so I think I will sign off for today. I'll probably try to work on this on my own time, and so I'll have more to show you next time. But next time on Thursday, I'm going to continue working on my Hexie Wrap cardigan because I have got to finish these projects, you guys. They have been on my hooks for too long. And I am still working on the frog tutorial, so that is still forthcoming. But yes, don't forget to hit the thumbs, subscribe if you're not already. It helps the channel out a ton. And oh, Nifty. Can you come on Thursday? Come on Thursday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be live again. But yes, thank you guys for the new members. Thank you for the gifted memberships as well that came on today. You guys are amazing. And also for the not top chat, the, what do you call those? The super chats, you guys. Thank you so much. Hugs, hugs, yes. Have a good night. Happy Taco Tuesday. I'm going to enjoy tacos tonight. I hope you guys have a good dinner, and I will see you on Thursday morning. Bye. All right, now where's the button? There we go.